if that motherfucker was recording or not. But if we're recording, hey, what up? It's your favorite game, so August Blue. It's a good game podcast. I'm sitting up here in my sis. You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself. Oh, there we go. We recording right now.
Okay,
So
now.
let me do that intro over again. It's your favorite game, so August Blue, and this is the Good Game Podcast. You dig what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here with my sis. Going to introduce yourself, because for those who don't know you,
For your hoes who don't know me, I am Mo the Poet. Mo the Poet. Get into it. What we talking about, bro?
you got an Instagram that you could
Oh yeah.
let them know to follow.
Add it's Mo to you. Add it's Mo the Poet on
Now
Facebook.
you know you got to spell Mo for the slow motherfuckers.
Right. Don't put no E at my end of my name. It's M-O.
There we go.
M-O.
After you have
Mo.
to, yeah, you have to let them know because motherfuckers will fuck around and put a E at the end of your shit and
I can't
be
stand.
on somebody else shit.
I feel like that makes me when it's the E for a woman. I feel like that's so so aggressive, so rough. Like I had a rough.
So tonight, what we're gonna be touching on is the movie Set It Off. The movie Set It Off, man. For one, let's just give a big shout out to everybody.
Okay.
Everybody that you know, that most definitely played a big part in making that movie what it is today. I still feel like that movie is you know, it's a classic in the what they would call the urban community. In the
Right.
black folks community, it's most definitely a classic. You had Cleo, you had Stony, you had
T
you said who?
T
You had TT, and then you had well,
Frankie.
Frankie. That's the one that worked at the bank.
Right.
That's the worked at the bank. So now, you being a woman,
Hmm.
uh, how did that make you feel to finally see a movie where the bank robbers, the people who, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't all, you know, usually it's
Right.
always the man.
Right.
So finally they put out this movie. I mean, of course, we had shit like Thelma and Louise, and don't get me
Right.
wrong,
Of course.
I know motherfuckers to jump in the comments. Oh, trust me, I know. Shut the fuck up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like to see that it was where it was, you know, black women who finally took the lead in a movie as such. And, you know, how did you look at that movie when you first saw it?
That was actually one of my favorite movies when it did come out. When it did premiere, I remember I grew up with that in my collection. So that was that was pretty hard.
Could you see yourself robbing a bank if it got to that point?
Robert the Bait. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely take it back. Look, I'm like Frankie. I can definitely
I'm about to say the way you said I can take a bank cut. You said that shit like you was looking at like when they rubbing your shoulders and they like you got it.
I
Yeah, I think
think crack my neck and shit.
I can
I
take this
got this.
motherfucker.
I
I
got
think
this.
I could beat this motherfucker up. Yeah, I mean, but no, like I felt like that was the first time we got a chance to see something like that where it was, you know, like I said, the leading roles were black women. You know
Right.
what I mean? You had Queen Latifah, who was just that motherfucker.
Right.
And then you had Vivica Fox, and then you had like Jada Pinkett, and then forgive me because I don't remember
Uh, don't
TT's name.
like that. I can't remember it off the top of my head either. Cause
Yeah, I can't remember her name, and forgive us for not knowing your name right now, TT. But we just all right. Look, we gonna call you TT, cause you know what I'm saying. But you know, like that movie most definitely was one of those movies that stood out. Because I think like when I don't know if you seen or heard of the North Hollywood bank robbery thing or whatnot like that. It was these two, like I think they was like Russian or
oh wow.
some shit like that. And these two motherfuckers went to go rob this bank. And like that shit was all over TV, and they still have bullet holes and the walls from that shootout. North Hollywood shootout. I think that's what they call it. The North Hollywood shootout or some shit like that. But these two Russian motherfuckers, I think they were Russian, and they went to go rob this bank in North Hollywood. And when they came out, the police was there.
Mm.
And when I tell you, them niggas gave the police a run for they motherfucking money. It was only two of them though. It was only two of them.
Wow.
They came out guns blazing, like guns blazing, and I feel like that was. I could be wrong. They've never said where they got the motivation from when they shut it off. Um, and I'm thinking that the North Hollywood shootout happened before the movie Set It Off came out. I'm not sure, but
Wow.
if Set It Off happened after the North Hollywood shootout, I would feel like they
Right.
got some motivation from that scene.
Possibility.
Not the whole movie, but that
Right. Right.
scene where when they finally got caught and they had to just shoot it out.
Right. Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like that was one of those big ass movies where
They went to
you
put
know
their guns down, and Cleo said, "What y'all doing?" And they go like, "What the fuck is
you
you?"
know what I'm saying? Like, yo, so now let's just start at the beginning of the movie,
Okay.
right? Let's just start there where you already have it was four of them, right? It's
Yeah.
four. You got four different personalities, but they all grow up. See, people think when you grow up in the same environment, the same neighborhood or whatever, you're all just alike, and that's totally
That's
false.
totally opposite because your perspectives are different. So you take into that environment differently. You don't react the same. So you have
Right,
still have your individual experience. And that's exactly how they all were. They were all, like you said, different, straight up different personalities. I think the um most heartfelt or most vulnerable were Stony and TT.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, because you had Stony just really like wanted to see her brother, like
Right.
break down their characters. You have
They
Stony,
lost they lost their parents.
who lost like she lost her and her brother, her
Hmm.
little brother lost their parents. The little brother was going and getting ready to go to college, or at least that's what she thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was crazy that she went and did what she did,
Right.
get the money. She sold that, what you call it?
The
But
boom boom.
she sold the boom boom, cuz. You know what I'm saying? She sold it, cuz. She put a price tag on that motherfucker.
$40. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Hey, she put the boom boom on up for sale. She say, I'm in a bind, Nate.
she got but I think what was that advance? Like 20 bands?
Was it 20 bands?
Was it like 20 bands?
It was something, but whatever it was, she was asking for to send a nigga to college. Cause
Right. That's why I was like, what it
I
was
don't know why she
so down.
thought that man who already been crushing on her
Right. And
was just gonna give her the bread and it was just gonna be that.
that nigga was so cringy. Like,
Hey, that nigga,
yo,
that nigga said, well, if I give you this money, hey, that's how
he said, I'm in a bind, Nate. Some
uh,
other time. That nigga said some other time.
when that nigga hit that nigga put the car in, switched it
That nigga was gonna
here.
take off.
Hey, what we doing right now? Is I'm about to pull the fuck off. As soon as I take my
You
foot off,
playing. You playing. Shit. I got
and
shit too.
and it's crazy because she did that for nothing.
Man, I would have
Because he didn't want to go to he really didn't even really want to go to college like that.
right, right. But she
You
was
know,
just like,
she wanted to see her little brother get
yeah, she wanted to see him out of that
out of that environment. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Get out of here because there's nothing here. So you got Stony, and then you got Frankie
Look,
who worked at the
before we move on to Frankie, bro. when she threw when she tore that check up, I was like, you already put the
Like
work in.
you already gave up the coochie, kid. Like why is you tearing the check
I
up?
was every time I see that part, but like, why now? Like, it's
Like why
why
would
would you
you tear
tear
the
the
check
check?
up? Like I think
You
that was
already.
the dumbest move in the world. Like you tore the check up. Like why? Like why tear
Okay,
the?
morally speaking, let's be honest. Morally speaking, I understand, but at that point, is all morality was out the window.
I'm about to say like you can't even say like morals can't even come into play. You've already laid down and
You throw
open.
that shit up like, yeah,
Like morals like can't even be brought up. That shit don't even exist.
that shit is
'Cause
not
you
existing in
supposed
that.
to go cash that check and like, well, fuck it. I ain't got to give it to this nigga. Like, did she really have to go? Because I think she had money. Cause it
Right,
was right. It was in her hands.
right in her head. She didn't even have to go rob no banks. You gave a little bit of poom poom up. That's what you did. You gave him a drop of poom poom, and that nigga dropped you a 20 band check, and you tore that shit up to go rob some.
You tore that up to go rob some motherfucking body, and it
Man,
was like for what? Cause and then so yeah, like I say, now we got Frankie. Frankie worked at the bank. Frankie wasn't no bank robber, and Frankie wasn't on that until she went through what she went through.
right. When until they
She
treated
saw
her,
that they
her.
right. She basically saw that okay, it's fuck me.
Right, right.
At the end of the day, it's fuck me,
An eye for an eye, motherfucker.
and
I
that's what
felt her on that shit though. Like, all right, so this what we on? All right. I
she
felt,
said. Well, it's fuck you.
and that was why. Hey, and I felt like for her to be working at that bank for so long, I felt like she should have put her foot down just like a little bit more because she know what to, like she
What
knows
else was
to
she
use
gonna
it.
do?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. She
No,
know.
when you say she should have put her foot down a little bit more, like what do you mean? Because I feel like
Because
what
Cleo
else?
was out of line. Because she should have. Cleo was all the way the fuck out of line. Like she was doing too damn much. Come on, man. She was dropping all the damn evidence and shit. She
Are
was
you
doing,
talking about? You talking about put her foot down in that aspect?
yeah, like as far as like get her, she was out of
Look,
line.
when it come to we gonna get the Cleo. We gonna
Okay,
get the
all
Cleo.
right. Back to Frankie. Back to Frankie. My bad. My
So
bad.
with Frankie, I feel like again that was just one of those situations where it was it like the system said fuck you, and
Right.
she said well fuck you too,
Right.
and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because working at a bank in the '90s was the
Right.
Set It Off came out what 90 or did it come out in the '90s or
In my
early
90s.
'90s?
It hit
Right?
like mid 90s, like 95, 96, I think.
Damn, what the fuck? I can't even fucking look it up
Hold
without
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. I'm just gonna type it in on YouTube and see if it'll tell me. Cause it should pull up the little the original
right,
the little thing. Set
and
it up.
it'll say a date on it.
Yeah.
Because I know the people that seeing this is gonna be screaming in the comments.
96, I was right. It came out.
96, right? So boom. Working at a bank as a black woman in '96, who was getting that kind of I don't know. Me personally, I just wasn't seeing black women working in the bank when I
Right.
was going in the bank with my mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was seeing working at
The
them
cat,
little
cat,
tax return places.
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Jackson Hewitt and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I see her working and shit like that, but like working in a big ass bank like that, like you didn't see them. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a oh fuck me, all right, fuck y'all too. And that's why Frankie had no issue with like without even thinking about it. She was with it. She was like,
Right.
nigga, oh, let's go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she that look in her
And
eye
then
when
you
they was
got
on
TT.
that look in her
TT
eye.
did not want to do none of that shit.
She just wanted to she just wanted to make her paper under the table.
You know what I'm
When
saying?
they
Look,
could tax out her
TT
check.
didn't want to do none of that. But when her son got took, when they took her
Oh yeah.
son,
When little man got took, it was like, man, look here.
hey, when they took her son, when her son was taken away from her, they must like that set something. Like I always say, people have a trigger
Oh, absolutely.
in them. Everyone does.
Everyone does. Everyone
Everyone
has
has
that
a
breaking point
trigger,
where it's all cards
and
on
I
the
think
table.
her son was that trigger. You know what
That's
I
all
mean?
she had because she had no storyline
Right?
outside
She didn't
of
have no
right,
storyline.
have a like
Like
a
it was just like she was just there. It was her,
right
her
there
fucking.
with a baby, and the baby,
You know
she
what I
we
mean?
knew she was you know poverty stricken.
But you know, it's crazy
You
because
know,
there are TTs all around the world.
oh,
In
absolutely.
the ghettos around the world, there are so many TTs. The girl that just so happened to grow up in the hood, she made the friends, the kind of friends she made. You know what I'm saying? And
They were
and
felt like they sheltered her. They were her protectors.
they
Like
were most definitely her protectors. She
yes,
was like,
they were her safe
baby
space.
fish. You know what I'm saying? She could have been older than the motherfuckers,
Right, but
but
they were her safe space. They protected
most
her.
definitely.
Yeah,
And so now we're gonna go to Cleo. This
Cleo.
is what I was getting at with Cleo. The reason why that shit, like what you were saying earlier,
Hmm.
right? You couldn't tell Cleo didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, right.
Cleo, like,
Obviously not.
what was you gonna tell Cleo?
Obviously not. But no,
You,
I'm saying like far as even breaking the like what was it when they were just breaking all the plan down? Was that the very first one? When they were talking about the cow and shit and she thought it was a fucking cow gonna be in the fucking bank and shit? Was that the very, very first one?
was that when they was sitting on the roof?
No, that was when that was when they were in the car. They were in the garage in Cleo's car and they were sitting in the car. And she was breaking it down. She was like, yeah, something about then you're gonna go to the cow. And that nigga was like, cow? There's gonna be a cow in there? I can't
I
remember
mean, I
if
feel
that
like
was like
that.
the very first bank that they did or if that was the second one. But
I
I
gotta
felt at some
back.
point,
I gotta go back and watch that shit.
yeah, I felt at some point it should have been like, hey, this is what we can't do. Like, that's a no no. Like, I don't know what the fuck
Like
that
when you
was
say
about.
like put your yeah,
That
because
was some
he was
cocky
like
shit, like,
put
hey,
your foot down because she should have put her foot down because you know she leaving evidence and this that. Like it was literally like it was nothing you was gonna be able to tell. Like Cleo was gonna. She told her she was like throw me a tape. She said no, I ain't throwing you no tape. She told him I ain't pulling off until I give me a tape.
I would have pulled the fuck off and left her ass in right there. Bitch, I know how to do it. So on the cool, like what?
I feel like they needed Cleo. Some people would say they didn't need Cleo.
It as far as the Robin Banks,
Most definitely. You needed Cleo because none of you bitches had the heart to just go in there and be like, hey, get the fuck down. On the fuck besides Frankie. Frankie wasn't gonna be able to do that by herself. TT
Well, TT followed Stony, and
and Stony needed too much convincing every time. So that's why I said
that's cause she was dick whipped. She was trying to be in
even
love,
but
and
even before that, she just needed too much convincing every goddamn time. Like bitch, like I don't want to have to sit here and have a 30-minute fucking conversation with you about why we about to do what we about to do. Bitch, we did it already and we about to do it again. God damn. Why every time we gotta get ready to do this shit, I gotta fucking convince you why we about to do like no, we doing this shit. It
get off
wasn't
my girl
until
Stony.
yeah, it
She was
wasn't
get
until
off my girl Stony, man. She wanted to be in love with that fine chocolate black man that wanted to take care of her and spoil her.
she could have still did that though.
Yeah,
She
but at that point, look, they started killing motherfuckers. Motherfuckers was getting up dead. Look at what Luther. They had to go get the money back from Luther because Luther done spent it up and had a little pink lady in the hotel room. So
she
it was
could
a
have
lot going
still
on.
look. She could have Stony could have still went on and did her own shit. Like fuck it. But one thing about Stony was she was loyal to her friends.
Absolutely.
She was most definitely loyal to her friends. You know what I mean? And that was the reason why. It was like fuck it. Like I have to choose my
Right.
friends over she had a way out. She had a way out twice.
You ain't lying.
She had the check in her hand the first time, cause she could have. I'm not saying that was enough money to go and just,
Right now, but it'll be
but it was
look.
enough money, bitch. Cause we talking 96.
Right. That's what I say. You
20
could have did a
grand in
little something. You
96.
could have did
20
a little
grand
something.
in 96.
Right. She could have did a little something. She could have did a little something now.
Hey, look, man, 20 grand in 1996, motherfucker, your ass could have, man,
You could have
please.
did, did a little. She could have made
You
a couple moves,
could have
bro.
did some shit, cuz.
Right. Right. She could have
You
made some
did
moves,
some
bro.
shit, yeah. Or even if it was 15. I don't give a fuck if it was 10, cuz.
Look,
Nigga, $5 back
there
in.
ain't no excuse. She should have
Hey,
told
look,
that
man.
check up because man, look here. No matter how hard you scrub, you see how hard she scrubbed in the shower.
Do you know what you
No
could have bought?
matter how hard.
You know what you could have bought with $10 back in 1996? With
Oh
10,
yeah, absolutely. I know exactly what the fuck I could have bought.
niggas bought a gag of shit.
Gang of shit.
Because I remember being a little kid and having $10, and I was walking around that motherfucker
Like
like,
you was
God.
rich in a motherfucker.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm telling all the little girls at the school, hey,
Don't start. Hey, you bet. Don't
come
start.
through,
Don't
come
start
through.
that shit.
Oh,
And it's recording too.
hey,
It's
nah, nigga, good, girl. Nigga, shake, girl.
you all right?
Nigga, shake, girl. Don't do the uncle,
Oh,
don't do the
man.
Uncle Elroy, girl. The
But
Uncle
yeah,
Elroy. But no,
we need to do like the sports
do,
clips we do it
I
and
do
have that
feel
fucking
like that she, with like I say with Cleo. Cleo most definitely, like, she was the strong front, like
yeah.
they wouldn't go be able to just do what the fuck that they wanted to do without Cleo. She was the one that was like, she went and talked Cuz into giving them guns.
Right.
Well, no,
That's
no, no,
right.
no, 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 no. I take that back. I take that back. I take that
Well,
back.
Frankie was the reason
That was
why.
Frankie. That was
It was
Frankie.
Frankie because
Forgive me.
he
I
wanted
take
Frankie.
that back. That was Frankie because Cuz liked
That
Frankie.
nigga was finna give him that. She said,
Hey,
we ain't trying to run stage coaches.
hey, that nigga said, yeah, I got something for you. Hey, that nigga gave me that same gun that them niggas use at the horse races, cuz. That nigga gave me that.
It was her face, how she looked at it. It was like, the fuck, we ain't running stage coaches.
Hey, cuz, that
She
nigga
said, I need something I can set it off with.
that nigga was disrespectful for handing her that gun,
Man,
cuz.
why? I want to know. I want to know why the fuck that shit was just laying there like that.
That was one of them guns, cuz. That was just like, nigga, you picking out all the shit out the bunch. And nigga, motherfucker sitting on the table, cuz, like, fuck it, cuz. Somebody gonna want it. And here these bitches come. And cuz like, oh yeah, I got something for you here. You can have it. Hey, nigga, she held it.
Hey,
Hey, she held it with this finger, cuz.
you're right. She had that one.
She held it with this finger, cuz. She said, what the fuck am I supposed to do with it? Hey, that nigga was foul for that, kid. Hey, but
Hey,
look,
I
do
just
you
want to know,
I think he did that too. Like, again, we
man.
talking about women robbing banks. Yeah. So
Like
he's
she
not
can't do
he's
shit.
not looking at them to go in there
Right,
and just be on some like, nigga, we trying to go over there and take the whole thing, nigga.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So she had to let him know, like, nigga, we about to
I
go
need something
really,
I can set it off with.
nigga, we about to go get cracking, nigga.
Right.
That nigga said, yeah, so what's up with your homegirl over there? What's up with your homegirl? She like, no, nigga. No,
Man,
nigga.
that is an interest. That's it, Sam.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely, like, and then, all right, so now we done broke down all the characters. Excuse me. Let's get into one of my favorite scenes, which is a fucked up scene, though.
I thought you was like, oh, I was gonna say you too.
No, it's one of it's a fucked up scene because do you feel like that's some shit that would ever happen in real life? Because I don't.
What?
Like that's some straight movie shit. Okay, so we
What?
got the scene where the brother gets killed. The little
Right.
brother gets killed. You know what I'm saying? Because he's taking out a champagne bottle.
Hmm.
Do you feel, first let me ask, do you feel he brought his death on himself?
We're gonna speak reality, right?
Let's
Like,
be real.
real. Yes, because what the hell? Why would you reach in your pocket and try to pull anything out? First and
Hey,
foremost,
come on, that's how I feel.
how?
This
Why would you do
nigga would
that?
be alive if he didn't, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You about to lay down on that
You
bottle,
ain't
nigga.
lying.
You better let that motherfucker break and cut you, nigga.
You ain't lying. You feel like a motherfucker. Like, shit.
Nigga, you better be
Ow,
in agony. Nigga, I'll be down in agony, good and pain, good.
Yeah, for real. Because why would you do that? Why would you do that? You hear how many you're looking around you and you see how many people are surrounding you,
And they got nigga, they ain't got no
and they
rest.
got these big ass guns.
That nigga said, wait,
Shut up. We're not supposed to laugh at that part.
wait. That nigga, hey, that first officer cut that nigga said,
Yeah,
God damn.
right.
Hey, hey, look, man, when I tell you, I feel like, man, Stevie was most definitely like, bro, you brought that shit on your own. The one person that I
And,
hate,
and why he go get that?
I
Why
hated
he go get
her
his haircut?
out this whole movie. Like she was the only character that I fucking hated.
Ooh.
And that was that black female cop. I couldn't stand her, cuz
Oh yeah, right.
I fucking
Right.
could.
She didn't even
Hey,
get my girl
Frankie
no cup of
say,
water or
hey,
nothing.
Frankie say, you didn't even
You
ask me,
I was thirsty, sister. Right.
sister, sister.
You ain't lying. Pissed me off with that dry ass hair she had.
I'm like, bitch, you up here like my nigga Q say, black police showing out for the white cop.
Man. Yeah, she was ass as fuck. For sure.
But and so again, man, it goes down to like I say, I felt like he brought, we wouldn't have this movie honestly if Stevie's death didn't take place. I feel like Stevie's death set it off
Hmm.
because hence the name set it off,
Right.
right? I feel like there was something because you had the whole when she said at the gun range shit, like we was talking about with her and Black Sam, where
Right.
she I need something to set it off.
Right.
Boom, you get the title reference again. But I feel like the real title to that the real like like the scene that causes for the title name set it off is Stevie's death, in my opinion. Stevie's death set all this shit off. Wasn't none of them thinking about robbing shit. They they
I
talked
think it
about
was
it.
I think that would have been like everybody's trigger. Everybody had a different trigger. Like TT's was her son. Stony was her brother and her mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I think all her shit was just a whole bunch of shit at one time. Frankie just got robbed at the bank. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? She just had one of her employees shot in front of her. Shit.
Hey, was the roof scene after Stevie's death
The
when they
roof.
was sitting on the roof and they was getting high? That was after Stevie's
That was
death.
after, that was after Stevie's
Yeah,
death.
so I felt like like them sitting there and bonding like that, and that
Yeah,
was
they
weird
was like trauma bonding.
because they had all went through what they went.
Right. That's why I said they were all trauma bonding. Like,
Well, except for I think no, it was only two. It was only two of them who went through what they went through because Cleo was still just Cleo. She was just mad because he had that broke ass lowrider
he
good,
ain't lying.
and niggas was talking shit
They
about
was
that.
talking shit. Yeah, her feelings was just hurt.
Hey, Cleo was ready to rob a bank just to make
She
sure her
was ready to
car.
pick that motherfucking car up.
And she was trying to fix the car. Yeah, that was all she was
She
trying
was
to
tired of getting
do.
bullied. That
Yeah,
that that was her breaking point when she was tired of getting bullied.
and that's why I say TT most definitely was just like she was just there.
Right. She was there because she was just so like I said, she was sheltered by them. So it was like she really she was really close with Stony. So whatever Stony did, TT did.
She was yeah,
Like last one when they got into it, she was like, I ain't doing nothing without Stony. Like, like
right.
I
And
ain't without her.
the fact that Cleo, the fact that Cleo even thought like she wasn't in the wrong for pulling a gun on Stony.
Right.
Nigga, what?
The hell?
Who does that? Nigga, talking about something. You gonna
I would have
hit me?
hit her ass
Hey,
too,
look,
bitch.
you
I
like
would have beat the
hit
shit out
me
of
with?
her.
You gonna hit me with a bottle?
You lucky she just slapped your ass with that motherfucker and dipped off.
What like, bitch? What do you mean? Like, why are you asking? Oh, you gonna hit me with a bottle? Bitch, you just put
Yeah.
a gun in my face. Like, what the? Like, let's be real right
Right.
now. What are we talking about? and like, yo, so we, like I say, I feel like that scene, Stevie's death, set it off.
Right.
The whole, even why we got this movie. You know what I mean? His death set it off. Now, do you think that all of them really could have just took a different route after the matter of fact, wait, let me ask this. What the fuck did they do with I know because I know Cleo went and got um the car fixed up and all
Right.
that shit. Cause they had robbed, didn't they rob like how many
Like
banks
three.
did they rob?
Wasn't it like three?
Three bank. It was like two, three banks, right? They had already robbed, right?
Yeah, because the first one was the time that TT took off running. That was when they little first little, and then the second one was when they did the was it when I think it was when TT was laying on the ground and she was crying, pretend crying. She was like, "Please,
Hey,
mama."
motherfucker said,
Bitch,
bitch,
would you
shut
shut
up.
the fuck
Hey,
up?
she looked up like
She said, "Bitch," like, bitch,
she looked at
I'm
her
trying to
like,
blend in,
hey,
shit.
she looked at her like, bitch, don't be talking to me like that. That was saying, bitch, shut the fuck up. Don't you said, hey, 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 look, to go back to the beginning when Frankie was working at the bank, right? And Dub Shee's character walked
Oh,
in.
oh, please, if you're gonna say it,
Look, that motherfucker said, she said, when that nigga pulled that gun out and all that shit, she said, stop playing. Well, and
nobody playing. Sit up,
that nigga said this look like a motherfucking game.
empty door.
And of course you got extra out ass Junior from Players Good. You got this nigga over here. Yeah. I feel like whatever character he plays, he just extra
Right.
out. Because I swear I wish I was on my feet right now. Cause I do that run that he did when he ran off the porch when that nigga was creeping to the car.
Oh, when that nigga was looking around,
Look,
that nigga said, "Get your ass
I
in the
swear,
car."
I swear I could walk just to do that for you, yeah.
Why was he doing that?
And that nigga said, bro, what the fuck? Hey, but you hear the shit that is super funny is you hear the nigga in the
Yeah,
background.
he nigga said, "What the fuck that looking around for? Get in the car." Oh,
Hey,
shit.
I
That
don't think a lot of people caught that nigga in the
I
background.
did. That is my part. That shit is funny. That nigga said,
This
"When
shit
I fucking
is
looking
the
around and get in
and
the
looking
car."
around. Bring your ass to the car, kid.
You popped on here like Eminem. This is my moment, my man. Oh shit.
Yeah. Like, look, so you know what we on, kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we talking motherfucking. We was talking Shut It Off, cause the movie Shut It Off, cause but we was talking about this nigga Junior, cause from Play.
For
How
real? From Players Club?
They set it off.
why is this nigga character so extra out? Cause every movie he
Every
play,
one.
this nigga is just extra out. I was telling Mo, I said, I wish I was on my feet right now so I could do that run that Cuz did off the porch when he was looking to the side, when he was running, cuz.
You know that's Caffeine, right?
Yeah.
That's Caffeine. He plays. You will not find no role in no movie that he's played in where he don't do that shit.
Yeah, nigga said, "What this nigga doing? That looking around."
Yeah, that's
Who the fuck was I telling my brother? I was just telling my brother about somebody recently. Oh no, we was at a funeral, and it was like niggas at the funeral who come from the same block we do, but they don't gang bang though.
right.
But they represent the block though, so they'll be like, "Oh, we from the 5 and all this shit." And man, at the funeral, man, the real gang members, niggas was calm, collective, dressed nice, gentlemen. But the niggas who wasn't gang bangers, they was walking like that nigga.
I ain't niggas doing
I told my brother, I said, "Cuz, why them niggas walking like they just smoke cane? What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Why they doing that?"
Man. But look, nah, so back to shut it off, yo. All right, so now again, do you feel like that what they were doing was justified? Like, did they have a real reason, or was it just Stony who had and TT who had a real or a good enough reason? But I don't think anybody would feel like there's a good enough reason to rob a bank.
Right.
But I feel like, considering, hey, look, she just, she lost her little brother. But again, like we said in the beginning, bitch, you had a check in your motherfucking hand.
And tore that bitch.
You ripped the motherfucker up, bitch. You had to, like, we was talking about earlier, bro. So we all know now that, like $100 back in '96 is not what it is today. $100 today ain't shit.
At all.
$100 back in '96, '95, cause was a lot of motherfucking money to some people. You know what I mean? So we wasn't sure. I'm not sure if you remember, but we wasn't sure how much the check was for that she needed from that nigga Nate for her little brother. Was it 15 or 20?
I couldn't recall either.
So we thinking it's anywhere between 10 G's to 20 G's. So let's just say 10, 20 G's, cuz. And 95, 96. When did it come out? 96? 96,
Yeah, 96.
Is that not enough money to go and just be like, all right, I'm gonna start some new shit? But I was telling Mo, I'm like, her loyalty to her homegirls was just that deep.
Right.
That and I could see it being too, like, just going back to them years, right? When a nigga was a youngin', right?
Yeah.
Accessible. That's the word I want to use. Like, I think coming from where we come from, 10,000 was more accessible faster too. So the options wouldn't be slim like today. If it's a local girl come out the area and she need 10 or 20,000 real quick, ain't too many options around here like that to get it. You know what I mean? So I could see her taking it. But if I was to fast forward to like one of the homegirls right now and say, would they do anything for 10K real quick? Nah, they wouldn't, because it's too much motion. It's just it's too many fast ways to make 10K. So I mean, for them back then, I would say she probably didn't want that 10K like that.
I'm gonna say, nigga, all the homegirls say that they wouldn't. All them bitches is doing was they in the bed with Nate for that 10K. Tell that pussy, cuz faster than I don't know what for 10.
No, you right, bro. You right, but I don't think every girl I know would do that.
She ain't gonna tell you she would.
So you think any woman would do it?
Nigga, please. Hell yeah.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I believe it. I don't give a fuck, nigga. If they in a bind, Nate.
Man, look, women with children are almost damn near getting that in income tax, bro. Like that's not like a lot of like that's not money that's like go crazy money. Not saying,
I
don't
be
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that women won't do that for that money because I know bitches that will do more for less.
Yeah.
So so but to say all, I don't think all. Like I know some women who work. I know
okay.
some women
I'll say
who got motion, who got shit going on, that they just not taking no any 10K. Cause that I know bitches that go spend that nigga at Neiman's, nigga, like in one day, nigga. That
I mean,
shit ain't every
they
bitch
got some
ain't.
bread. They got some bread. If they
But
can
that's
go,
what I'm saying. A lot of these women have motion now, bro. Like it's not like it used to be.
I'm talking
Like,
about women that ain't got no motion, and it's a lot of them out here.
well, if you singling out the women who don't have no motion, then I agree with you. But I thought you was just talking about the majority of women where we come from. I didn't
No,
know you were singling out the women who didn't
women,
have motion.
women with no motion, women with no juice. Like that's just like, bro, you got a nigga, you got niggas out here, who got motion, and then you got some who don't. And why you see a lot of these niggas out here doing the weird shit that they be doing, cause they don't have no motion, so they nigga they attention whores, they thirsty for whatever, they gonna get it how they get it, which is fucking sad. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like she had money already. She had literally two opportunities, to say, fuck it, I ain't gotta rob no motherfucking banks because she had that bread that she fucked Nate for, and she ripped that shit up.
Like you said, like you
So boom, then she meet old boy. This nigga was ready to. That nigga said, "Come live with me.
said. That was a
Come
sex.
stay with me."
Hold on, let me have my moment. That brother right there was so.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You know, we yeah.
That's
Mm,
He
my cousin.
he talking to
that's
the
your
lady.
cousin.
I guess he
That's my
talking to the lady
cousin.
that's watching. You
That's your cousin.
That's
Get
my
me fired.
cousin.
know what I'm saying? So, nigga, but it was like she had two options. She came across a man who was really willing to be with her, take care of her. She didn't want, like, bro, they was on their way to one of his parties. He just didn't want to say, bitch, that shit you got
Man,
on
that
it.
shit was ugly as hell. That man brought her that.
She was
She
like, oh,
said,
you like it?
she
Instead
said,
of him saying
I was
no, it
like,
just said, that nigga said, hey, whatever his driver name was, that nigga said, make a right
Alex.
here.
It was Alex. It was Alex. His
Hey,
driver's
nigga,
name was Alex.
hey, Alex, nigga, make a right, nigga. We about to stop over here, girl.
Get that dress.
Went and bought that bitch a dress on the spot, bitch. You ain't walking with me up in this
I know
motherfucking.
that man. Look here.
You
I
got
was
me
boy.
fucked.
Look here.
I didn't
And
been on some dates like that.
And
But
a
I
one.
didn't stop it. I didn't stop and get them nothing to wear. I just was like, damn, it's crazy. I gotta act like we ain't together.
Mm.
bro, how do you go on a date with somebody and act like y'all not together? How does that
Wow.
work?
You're a wild
I
boy.
want to know how that work. You
That's
got
wild.
you got to break that one down.
Yeah. We got to know about that one. How'd that work out?
You
How do
gotta
you?
know how to. You gotta know how to play the distance. You gotta know how to play the distance. What I mean is,
Do tell.
it's your body language of how you signal her that it's going. You you send a message to other women, right?
True,
Because
true.
you when you see other women looking at you and you out with your girl, right? You know how to get close to your girl so you don't have to deal with the confliction of them being attracted to you if they decide to approach you if you send in the wrong signal. So a man, when he's in a relationship and he out with his girl, he see that kind of unwanted danger. He know how to get up on his woman and send a message to them women to know like, oh, he with his girl.
Right.
And a man knows how to when he's with a motherfucker. He know how to play the distance. He ain't even got to sit away from you. It's just how he sits with you. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's 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 how he looks at you when he talks to you. It's going to signal to other women. They're going to know they might just be out, but he don't like her.
I feel they'll be like, that's that nigga cousin or some shit.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's
that too. That's probably her god brother. That type of shit.
something, cuz.
God, brother.
Something. So
So
most
so you definitely can go somewhere with a woman and not be with a woman.
I totally agree, cuz. Now, do y'all feel like they had to rob that specific bank? or do you feel like Frankie let her personal feelings, because that was the bank she worked at, do you feel like Frankie let her personal feelings get in the way of, I gotta get these motherfuckers? But it really like it kind of, because um Stoney's the dude was working there at the time, right?
Right.
Stoney's dude was working there, so Stoney already was like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Working there, and of course they like, oh, you simping over this bitch ass nigga, all that kind of shit, right? But do you think Frankie's just her? Do you think it was her personal feelings that got in the way and was like, no, we have to hit downtown Federal. They got the most money. Whoopty whoop whoop whoop. Like, do you think like, or they could have just went and robbed maybe like two little small banks and got on?
I think the narrative, what you saying though, that they put on it, I believe so.
Like
I
practice
believe.
rounds.
Hmm?
Those like, I believe like the bank like in order they were like practice rounds to hit downtown Federal because they had originally already planned to hit downtown Federal, but they were casing the smaller banks like practice rounds type shit.
I agree, and that's what I was about to get to. I was gonna say the narrative, how they painted it in the movie, they try to make it seem personal,
Right.
and like most human beings on planet Earth, if you're robbing something, the goal is always to rob what has the most money.
Right.
So you can see it as that narrative too. Like, why go hit two small banks when we could just go for the gusto and hit the big one and probably get double or triple what we get out of two small banks? I know, me being a criminal at one point in my life, that's the way I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if I work there, a motherfucker can call it personal if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't thinking like that. That's where the chili at.
Right.
I got my bowl and I'm finna go and fill it up.
That's real.
But again, the reason why I say personal is because Frankie always had her moments about that bank because they fired her.
Yeah,
She,
that's what I said. That's the narrative that for the storyline, that is the narrative they push for that.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
they they definitely pushed that narrative. That's why they made sure that they kept having scenes where she was implicating that bank still.
Are y'all happy that it ended? I don't want to say happy, but are y'all satisfied with the ending? Because I feel like if we didn't get that ending, they would have tried to bullshit us and make a part two, and I think the part two would have been ass.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm
I think
cool.
part two would have
I
been,
was cool with the ending how it ended.
you
Yeah,
know,
I was cool with the ending too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
it all fell in like it told that story. Like she was finally free of everything, but look at what was sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? What happened? What she lost out on? She lost all her friends, literally, but has all the fucking money.
I
So it was
think
like really was like, was it worth it type shit?
I think they all should have got killed by the police.
Right. But I felt like, the white
one
cop had that remorse because of her brother. So he just kind of just wrote that shit off because
of those
it was
cops.
his fault.
I was gonna say he was one of those cops that was like, damn,
Right.
she's doing this because of this,
Yeah,
and
that's in the
and
movie.
we fucked up. That's some movie shit.
Right. Of course it's a
Because
movie.
police don't give a fuck about none of that.
They don't give a fuck
Because
none
because
of
it
that.
because it's a movie, yeah, it's giving you
Right.
insight. You because you probably do have some police officers, which we will never ever be able to. Um, they'll never get any kind of shine because the police department is so corrupt
Right.
where you have police officers that like you might have a brother. A lot you got people who got brothers, cousins, sisters, nephews, nieces, uncles, aunties, whatever, who end up joining the police force, and they know the true heart of their family member or friend on why they join the police force, but they'll never get no shine or they won't even last in the force because nigga don't come over here trying to change shit that's corrupted. You not gonna last, nigga. You not gonna last, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Police department is already on what they on. You think they're gonna let one single person come up in this motherfucker or a few people come up in this motherfucker and feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change this shit. Nigga, please. But it showed this one police officer who was like, hey, I feel that, yeah, we fucked up.
Right.
We fucked up. That nigga, hey, cuz saw her ass and I got so mad because, bitch, why the fuck are you looking out the goddamn window?
That's a part of
Right.
the happy ending movie era, because I've seen movies recently in recent years. They're not doing that with all the movies no more. All that happy ending shit. You got movies where the good motherfuckers die at the end now. Like they keeping it gangster. So you know what I mean. That era. Everything had a happy ending. You can't find too many movies from the '90s or even the '80s where it was the thing then for whoever the good role was, whoever was the likable role, they usually survive at the end and save the day and all that old type of shit. So and set it off. It's quite natural that the troubled girl who come from out the projects, and her little brother was supposed to go to college and get his cat peeled by the police on some imitation lifestyle type shit, and she's with a group of friends who down on their luck, and you know she get with the wiggle. She wanna rob banks, but she plays the character of the intelligent person that you look at as like she could have been more in life. The man she attracted shows you like you attract high value man. The 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 whole thinking process they gave of her in the movie made her stand out from the friends that she was amongst. So you can tell from the beginning of the movie if anybody was gonna be alive when that motherfucker was over, it was gonna be her. Because they
Mhm.
Yeah,
made Cleo like Cleo was a piece of shit, a piece of shit dyke bitch that want to be a nigga. Like they made her seem like the unlikable character. Like we liked her because she was tough, but she wasn't the strong woman character.
Right.
Mhm. They gave it to Jada Pinkett. That's why she was the only one alive in the end.
yeah, cause Jada Pinkett's character, I felt, man, she chose like, some people don't get to choose their direction sometimes, and like a lot of us don't. Nigga, you just kind of, nigga, where you end up is where you end up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with her, again, you had the Brit, you had these opportunities. She kind of got a chance to kind of really, nigga, steer her. You know what I'm saying? Like her direction. She had control of the wheel. You know what I'm saying? In her life, like she had control of the wheel the
Right.
whole time. Out of all the characters, she had control of the wheel. You know what I mean? And then we always talk about well, we was talking about TT's character. TT's character was just like, that shit was fucked up, man. She got shot, because TT's character, like she got shot because she wasn't prepared for shit like this. She wasn't ready for shit like this. This wasn't her thing, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody else got shot but her, in that scene, because
You know
she.
why TT got shot?
You said what?
You know why TT got shot?
Why?
Because she was following Stony ass like she always fucking do.
Again?
Stony with the putting
Yeah,
that
she
gun
fought,
down.
she
She's
most
like,
definitely.
okay, she's putting it down. Let me put my gun down. And as soon as her little ass got hopped up,
Wait,
she got
no. Stony put her gun down first.
yes. So that's why
Give me
TT
a second.
I
Stony.
thought it was TT.
No, 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 no. Go back and watch that. Matter of fact, I wonder if I could pull that up on here. But no, when he went to talking to Stony, she went to crying and shit. She went to slowly lower. When TT seen Stony, she went to doing the same thing. She went to
Can you
pulling.
put it up? Just put it on.
Let me
Just
see.
put it on. Just put it on mute
Okay.
so they don't do the shit.
What is it on? Let's see. Set it off. Let me just do the clip. Let me see.
Yeah.
What should I type in for the set it off shootout scene?
Yeah. Yeah.
The shootout scene. No, no, that's bringing up Cleo's death. Let's see what
Or
else.
you might even put in Banks. Oh yeah, no, don't put up shit up scene. Put Bank scene.
TT's death. I wonder if it'll go before.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
After it's just showing. Hold on, it's just showing after she got shot. So we need before that part.
yeah. TT's death. That'll work.
There it goes right here. Found it. Escape bank robbery shootout scene. Bam. Let's see what this brings up. Hold on. You know you got
You got your advertisement.
advertisement. All
Okay.
right. Look, Stoney's putting it down, right? Look. She say, what do y'all look? Here go TT. See?
Wait, no. So they put it both. They both put it down at the same.
Yeah, but if you like, I hate it when the scene
But I get
before
what
that.
you're saying.
Before that,
He
she was
followed her.
she was looking at Stony because
Yeah,
the cop was talking to him, and she was started crying and shit. And she went to shaking and lowering the gun.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
looked
yeah.
over at her, and that's when she went to taking off her mask and
Right, right.
started. Till she was following Stony as she always did. Like
Let me
I said,
ask y'all: do y'all feel like final that final like bank that they hit? Cause the last one.
downtown Federal.
Do you feel like, cause I felt like they just became super sloppy. It wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, y'all already know they own y'all, cut, and it was just they was just gonna go in there and just do what the fuck that they was gonna do.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't like, even though
Leo was greedy.
it was right, you know what I'm saying? Greedy as fuck.
Greedy as shit. TT came from around the counter. She was like,
He
"No,
said,
get them on money."
go
Like,
get like what do you like no.
they could have been out of there, but she sent TT back to get money.
I was telling Mo about the North Hollywood shootout. Was they Russians, bro?
I don't know. They was white.
I know they was white like a motherfucker. I thought they was one of them motherfuckers that had the accent and shit like that.
You see, 'cause I never seen footage of them actually speaking or nothing. But I remember I was young as fuck, but I remember that shit.
North Hollywood shootout was crazy.
Let me see. North Hollywood shootout. That's cut.
They got a whole
Let me
movie on them.
see. Is this it? Bank Rose, Old Tech, North Hollywood. That ain't it. This some of the footage, I believe. Let's see. Share this tab. Damn. Hold on, man. I'm trying to get this shit correct.
What you talking about the North Hollywood shit?
Yeah. Mm. That's crazy. All right. Oh, what the fuck? Man, I'm fucking up. I'll be forgetting how to do this shit sometimes, bro.
Over there hard, yeah.
Man, that's what it is, man. God damn.
Yeah, they're
Shit don't,
fake. Yeah,
shit don't make no goddamn sense. I gotta
nigga,
stop this shit.
what's the weed your ass was smoking on, cuz?
I don't know what it was. But I know I'm gonna be high as shit tomorrow with that Seth Rogen shit.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm gonna be blowed, nigga. It's gonna be vicious.
Yeah, I ain't
Uh,
fucking.
all right, here we go.
And this the North Hollywood? Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's the clips of it.
Yep. Yeah, these motherfuckers was some big motherfuckers and like literally like just went up in there. I'm talking about like you see they got on ski mat. Them niggas,
Yeah.
hey look, hey just them motherfuckers had on full body armor.
Damn.
Full body armor, yo. When I tell you them little bullets that the police was shooting at, even you see the police pull out got a shotgun. Hey, them shotgun shells wasn't even penetrating that shit that they had on.
Mm. That's wild.
And these niggas come out, and they got on motherfucking goddamn. I mean, they holding like yeah, AKs, Tech Nines, Uzis. Like they got super high power shit.
Yeah.
Shit that's ripping through the police doors that they trying to hide behind. That's why I was telling you, it's still like right now. Watch when you come out here. We gonna go to the spot. They still got the bullet holes in the
Uh,
wall at the kiosk. Like you could go, they let people like go and you know what I'm saying, like look at them
right.
off and shit. That shit crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Make up
And
a
this is like real footage though.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I wonder how much news reporters make. Cause like when you think about it all in all, like them motherfuckers be putting they show in the middle of a fight line of fire. Cause
Right.
you put yourself in the middle of that shit, like, yeah, nah. They have automatics, and these niggas is literally, it's just two of them sitting behind cars and giving the police damage. And this nigga doing a whole like interview and shit. And that's this nigga getting off on the police.
Mm.
But see, and that's why I remember when I was telling you, um, fuck, Cleo,
Right.
shootout scene, or even that last little bank scene. I said they got that. They had to have. I could be wrong, but I strongly feel like them motherfuckers took some, like took something away from this shit.
Right.
They saw this shit and they kind of like, incorporated that into the movie.
Right. They were influenced for sure.
This happened before Set It Off came out.
I want to say it. Wait, damn. Cause Set It Off came out in '96.
This happened in '97.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, well, damn. Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah, this was in '97.
They, they
But
might have watched Set It Off.
right, them
Yeah.
motherfuckers set it off and said, "Hey, yeah, hey, nigga, right?
Okay.
Hey, this is what we not gonna do, kid."
Right.
Oh yeah, this was the scene, nigga, when Cub was driving the car. His brother was driving the car, nigga, and Cub was just busting at him.
Cause I had that Mini 14 going crazy.
That shit was wild, cuz.
I remember I was a little nigga, man, when that shit happened. That shit was
I
crazy to see that on
That
TV.
shit was all over the news, all over the
Mhm.
TV. You could not turn to anything and not see that motherfucker.
I was in class when this shit happened. They start rolling the TVs in the classroom so we could watch this shit.
Oh yeah, they for sure wasn't doing that with us.
Nigga, I went to the ghetto schools, nigga. We seen all that shit. I mean, we was watching 9/11, nigga, in the classroom, and I was in homeroom, nigga, watching the towers
Go to
crack and bash, nigga.
look, walking and just busting at him. He ain't got no big gun no more, so just literally he just walking and shooting a pistol. I remember this scene. That nigga was like, nigga, they both had told each other, we ain't going to jail. They gonna have to kill us. Can you imagine, like, hey, what? How would y'all feel? Yeah, like y'all just sitting in the house one day, nigga, and then you just hear boom, 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 boom. Brrrr. Then you start hearing the police over the intercom. All residents stay in the house and get down on the floor. Cause like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be free. I'll probably grab my shit though.
Cause
Mm-mm.
hey, look, you gotta grab your pistol. Cause you gotta grab whatever weapons you got, nigga. But nigga, it's like that shit is for sure. Like, to hear that shit and see, just got cracking on them.
I wish we could have known what was behind this. Was it just a bank robbery? Did they have it out with? Was it an issue with LAPD? Because excuse me, them niggas went hard, man. Them niggas went hard. Pause.
Bro, it's one of those things where, cause I did you see you saw the movie?
I never watched the movie. I never
Yeah,
watched. Probably should.
they got a movie, and on the movie, basically like, they didn't have it out, nigga, for nothing. Them niggas was just going to go rob this bank, and it just so happened to be a police officer who was driving by and saw them niggas going in there. So that was how them niggas even got caught, it was a police officer driving by and saw these niggas masked up going into the bank.
Them niggas getting cracking. They went
And
out with
they
bang.
went in because they went back in there. They went back in the bank and tried to shoot the motherfuckers up. I was in a bank because them niggas gay I think it was like a dye pack or it was something. I don't know if that was invented by. It was something. I don't know if it was dye pack. It was something to that effect. It was something like that. But it fucked the money up, and nigga, went back in the bank, nigga, and got off.
Yeah, they wasn't gonna make it out of there anyway, though. But this situation is why LAPD started keeping Mini 14 in the trunk. They already had the shotgun, but they had to start keeping the automatic assault rifle because that day is when they found out what they was up against. That the streets had shit like that.
Yeah, 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 man, nigga. So when the riots happen, can any of y'all just recall where y'all was at when that shit cracked off? Mo?
Mhm. No, I can't recall where I was at.
Yeah, man. When the riots cracked, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the riots. It was one of those things that you knew was gonna happen. You knew it was gonna happen. Just like now, like I feel like now, if something cracked off, you already know it's gonna happen. It's too much shit going on. Too much. black people this, Mexican people that, white people this. There's too much of that. So if something was to crack off, it wouldn't be a surprise. It's just a matter of who gonna crack it off first.
I think it's very likely for something like that to happen. Very likely because just when we thought the riots we had out here in what '93 that was the cream of the crop, the George Floyd shit happened, and I
Mm-hmm.
ain't talking about it happened right around the corner. Like that shit happened like what? That got to be 20 some years later. So you get this riot happened because of George Floyd. They was really burning shit down out there, fucking
Yeah,
shit up, and out here it didn't crank all the way up to capacity. But when you go down there like Rodeo and you know what I mean, Beverly Drive, all that shit, where the white people at, where them Gucci stores, all that shit at, the real Apple store, the big Apple store. If you recall on the news, motherfuckers was tearing that shit up out here down there behind that George Floyd shit.
right.
So just imagine something happened here. We still are very, very much in the red zone for a possible riot again if some crazy black shit happens.
Now, do you think when shit happens, it's more so like a thing of like how you say out there they was burning shit down, this, that, and the third, but then you get out here, you get to out here where we tripping. Do you think it's more so it's just another reason to fucking act out?
I mean, you gonna always have some nut ass niggas everywhere you go, but but for the most part, like say if a motherfucker see me out there, I'm looting, burning shit up, taking shit. Um, I think when we do shit like that, it's an outcry.
Mm-hmm.
It's an outcry. It's not just about us. Even when you got the looters, right?
Yeah,
Why are they taking? Because they don't have. They're taking because they don't have. So sometimes when we do this shit, when black people do this, when we riot and shit and tear the city up, it might be a simple thing that set off years of emotion. So let's say, God forbid, some young black boy get the shit beat out of him and he don't live. That type of shit have Los Angeles on fire fast. So all of the woke motherfuckers is here. And you get something like that to happen, and you'll have kids out there, young black kids, pre-adults. They'll be out there tearing shit up. Now, it might not fully be about that person who died. But all we need is a reason to begin, and then you
oh,
just got
sure.
all kind of emotions coming from everywhere. Somebody you might got some 30-year-old nigga out there fucking shit up, fucking businesses up because shit he might be an ex-con that came home from prison, and these same businesses won't hire him. So he's a frustrated man that's not getting a fair shake of opportunity. That might be his reason. It might be a woman out there who ain't never done nothing wrong in life. She worked hard in them same department stores. She might then got denied credit there because of what she looked like.
Yeah.
And she might be like, fuck them too. You know what I mean? So all we need as black people, all we ever needed was something to light the flame, and then we just gonna pour gasoline on that motherfucker.
I take that.
And because see, with us, one thing I just it makes me mad is that with black people, with us, because I'm gonna always say us. I'm black. Us, cause
I'm
I
brown.
I hate when we get too involved, in a sense of that ain't got nothing to do with us. Us as black people. I feel like we be giving a fuck about other motherfuckers' problems.
Like what? Give an example of like what you mean.
We give a fuck about ours. You
Hmm?
said,
I want to know like an example of us getting into other motherfuckers' problems.
oh, it's a lot of shit, nigga. You'll see some little white boy getting bullied at school because or feeling like or make a video that goes viral of him crying and shit, talking about he's being bullied at school and all this and all that. And then the majority of the people that you see in the comments that's trying to take up for a motherfucker is us, cause
That's
donate,
social media though, bro.
donating money and all this and all that kind of shit. And then it'll be a little black kid that might be going through the same shit, and little kid get just swept under the rug because he's expected to just take that on the chin.
But I think with social media, see, social media is so diverse, man. It creates a hate-free platform, and the last thing to be separated on social media is race. If you want to talk about separation amongst social media, you got to talk about the straight people versus the homosexual people, the men versus the women. The race conversation is really not a thing in the cyberspace no more. So when you see black people doing shit like that via social media, we do got to understand social media is a place where you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. But when it comes to real life outside of the cyberspace, you got to ask yourself, when have you ever seen an uprising with black people over a white boy in real time, not
Ain't
the cyberspace?
about doing no uprising type shit, but I'm saying just really giving a fuck about other shit. Motherfuckers gave a fuck about shit that's going on and all these other countries, shit that's going on in different countries, when it's shit going on, nigga, in your neighborhood that you don't pay the fuck attention to. You don't pay attention to the shit that's going on in your neighborhood, but you will fuck around and donate money
You know
and
why?
stand outside and buy merchandise and
You
all
know
this other
why?
shit to fucking promote some shit about another whole shit that's going on in a whole nother country.
You know why?
Why?
Because motherfuckers is too busy trying to be of equal.
You worried about everybody else?
I'm
No,
gonna
it's
be I'm gonna be
Are you
honest with
worried about
you.
what's going on right here, nigga, in front of you? You worried about what the fuck is going on over there?
Look,
For
when I'm driving through LA, right, and I go from South Central to Beverly Hills to Hollywood, I see people on the corners waving flags saying "Free Palestine," right,
mm-hmm.
and that's what you're talking about. I have not seen a group of niggas doing this. When I see them, guess who they are? Middle Eastern people. So when somebody find a group of niggas standing on the corner with a flag talking about free Palestine while a gallon of milk in California right now is damn near $6. You know what I mean? Gas be back and
So,
forth from damn
so
near six to
they ain't
seven
gotta
dollars.
stand on
I
corner.
don't see these people that you talking
They
about
ain't
unless you're talking
stand,
about the ones
yeah.
on social media.
They ain't gotta go stand on no corner. Them niggas ain't gotta go do none of that. These
So are
niggas,
you referring to social media or are you referring to like outside in the real life?
you said what?
Are you referring when you say this because you got to be specific? That's because I'm answering for I'm thinking you being in general. So are you talking about the people who are supporting that via social media or are you talking about in the real world? Because I have not seen no niggas, no free Palestine, nothing. I've seen Palestinian people doing this. I have not seen no niggas doing this.
No, bro, you no nigga. You talking about what niggas? Niggas that's what where within the vicinity of where niggas is going, traveling to. Cause I'm pretty sure it's
Well,
some.
I'm going from the low end to the high end. I live in South Central and I work in Beverly Hills, so it
Right.
ain't nothing outside of that. That's the lowest to the highest. Ain't nothing higher than that over there. So when I say that, I'm saying I go from the lowest to the highest daily, and I do not see black people in the streets talking about free Palestine. You see Palestinian residents of
Oh,
California outside doing that. You
you get
don't see no niggas doing that.
you get some of the biggest names. You get some. You're not gonna see niggas sitting outside. I ain't saying you're gonna see niggas sitting outside, holding up no motherfucking signs or nothing like that. I specifically said niggas care too much or pay attention to. I don't necessarily mean the motherfucker gotta go be sitting on no corner rooting or
But
holding no sign.
this is the
Any
specifics I'm asking you. Are you talking via?
yeah,
Because it got
but
to be one or the other. It's either
I
social media or
the
it's in the world.
doing that, cuz. But these are also a people who will go and give their money, nigga, donate their money, nigga. Niggas just go donate their money. Niggas just gonna go and nigga promote whatever and all it. Like, bro, you focused on this and yeah. So again, it may just be the social media shit, nigga. But at the end of the day, still, cuz these are us, nigga, our people, nigga, that's doing this shit, cuz. And you give too much, you showing too much. Like, cause when something happen with us, don't nobody give a fuck. It gets no attention, nigga. Ain't nobody because social media is the biggest wave of just nigga getting anything out there. Nigga, social media is it. So it's like, nigga, when shit happen with us, oh, it gets swept under the rug. It's not getting full media attention. Ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody doing that. Don't nobody give a fuck. But let something happen with anything else out of this country, out of the neighborhood, out of the race, out of anything, nigga. And you're gonna see a bunch of motherfuckers who look just like us donating their money in the comments, supporting whatever, nigga, reposting shit, nigga, always just like, nigga, is this you're giving it the attention to even receive whatever it's going to receive. It's because of you. You once you give something, that's just let's be real. That's the new wave of nigga anything right now. A lot of people, nigga, who get discovered or whatever, nigga, it's through the wave of fucking social media, nigga. That's just what it is, nigga. That's what the fucking world then came to, nigga.
Where you losing me at is still you like you're not giving no specifics, bro. That's what I'm saying. You talking about people donate money. You know I'm gonna ask, nigga, and
I,
you ain't giving no specifics, so you making me think you talking in general to like basically you can't pinpoint who's donating money. You just saying that niggas is donating money,
niggas, black people, nigga, us,
bro.
nigga.
Bruh.
More do you want me to say, nigga? You want me to call them
Because
African?
you can't prove that. Because last time I checked, the man niggas ain't even supporting Palestine. They out here
I
crazy
ain't
supporting the
now.
Jews. Like,
I'm not talking about Palestine. I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about just anything in general. Anything in general that happens
well,
that
look,
goes.
nigga, Malcolm. I know two great men that both said the same thing. Two great men, right? One
Uh-huh.
was Malcolm X, and one was Tupac Shakur. How they supposed to respect us if we don't even respect our motherfucking selves?
That's what I'm getting at.
So what I'm saying is like all this the this ranting and raving about ain't nobody give a fuck about us, nigga. Do we give a fuck about us?
That's my whole fucking point of this shit.
So what I'm saying though is you're saying that people that look like us is supporting everybody but us. It's quite
That's
natural when you
but
know.
that's my whole point of the shit is we can't be doing that without noticing that nigga. Like nigga, how do we expect motherfuckers to give a fuck about us if we don't give a fuck about us?
Well,
We don't
we can't blame somebody else for an internal problem.
give a fuck about us because nigga, you too busy giving a fuck about everybody else.
No, that's not true. I'm gonna tell you what the real problem with black people is. And a lot of black people want to hear we too fucking emotional and confrontational. That's our problem.